The silence of the void is not truly silent. You know this better than anyone. From your station, perched at the edge of the system, you hear it all. You hear the slow, groaning song of Jupiter's magnetic field. You hear the whisper of solar winds across frozen moons. It is a star science symphony, a cosmic orchestra playing a tune billions of years old. Your job is to listen, to catalog the background noise of creation. For years, that is all it has been. Noise, the predictable static of a universe going about its business. Your console glows with the familiar, gentle hum of normality. The coffee is reliably bad. The shifts are reliably long. Nothing ever happens. Until today. It starts as a flicker, a wrong note in the cosmic song. Your systems flag it instantly. An anomaly. Not natural. Not a pulsar. Not a quasar. It is too structured, too clean. It repeats. A single sharp pulse followed by a sequence of prime numbers. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. A greeting card from the deep dark. You lean forward. Your heart beats a little faster. This is the moment every watcher dreams of. The moment the silence is broken by a clear, intelligent voice. You trace the signal's origin. It comes from beyond the Oort cloud, from the interstellar gulf, from a place your probes have never reached. It is impossibly far away. Yet the signal is strong. You run diagnostics. You check your equipment. Everything is working perfectly. The signal is real. For hours you track it. It never wavers. It is a beacon, a lighthouse sweeping through the darkness of space. And it is pointed directly at you, directly at your sun, directly at your home. This is not a message of peace. It is not an invitation. It feels like something else. It feels like a key turning in a very old lock. The galaxy was supposed to be empty. That was the assumption your civilization was built on. You were alone, a single spark of life in an endless, quiet night. The signal repeats its mathematical song, a child's counting game played across light years. It is a chillingly simple message. It says, "We know your address. We know the cradle you sleep in, and we are coming." The great, comfortable silence you have always known is a lie. You are not alone. You have never been alone. You are just being ignored. A shiver runs down your spine. Not from fear. Not yet. It is the thrill of the unknown, the terrible, wonderful proof that your tiny world is not the only one. For the first time in 10,000 years, humanity has a visitor on its doorstep. You send the alert up the chain of command. The message is simple. The watch is over. Someone is out there, and they have found us. They do not arrive with grace. They do not send a greeting. They simply appear. One moment, the space beyond Mars is empty. The next, it is occupied. A ship hangs there, a sliver of impossible geometry. It is not a design your people would ever conceive. It is all sharp angles and unsettling curves. It looks like a weapon that became a cathedral. Your defense platforms scream warnings. Automated challenges are sent into the void. The ship does not respond. It hangs in the darkness with an arrogant stillness. It is so large it causes a tiny, measurable warp in local gravity. The red dust of Mars seems to swirl around it, as if the planet itself is nervous. Then, a transport detaches. It moves with a speed that defies your understanding of physics. No visible propulsion, no heat signature. It just glides toward your orbital command station. Your superiors are in a state of controlled panic. They have prepared for this, or so they thought. Generations of planning for first contact did not account for this. An arrival that feels like an intrusion. The envoy does not ask for permission to dock. It simply connects. Your station's airlocks hiss open under its command. You watch on a monitor as the being emerges. It is tall, impossibly thin, encased in a shell of shimmering silver metal. It moves with a liquid grace that is both beautiful and terrifying. It looks like a deity from a forgotten myth. It is escorted to the main observation deck. Your world's leaders are assembled, the best and brightest of your species. They stand ready to offer greetings, to represent humanity with dignity. The envoy stops before them. Its helmet retracts, revealing a face beneath. It is pale with large, dark eyes that hold no warmth, only a deep, ancient weariness. The being, it calls itself a proctor, looks around the deck. It gazes at your technology, at the screens showing your bustling cities, at the faces of your leaders. A faint, condescending smile touches its thin lips. It speaks. Its voice is not sound. It is a thought, pushed directly into your minds, a violation of your innermost self. So this is the lost colony, the proctor says. Its mental voice is smooth as polished stone. We had assumed this system was barren, a relic of a forgotten age. It gestures vaguely at your leaders. To think something survived here. How quaint. We are the hegemony. Your existence is an anomaly we must now correct. The room is silent. The carefully prepared speeches die on everyone's lips. This is not a meeting of equals. This is an inspection. The proctor's eyes sweep over your people one last time. There is no curiosity there, only dismissal. You are not a wonder to be studied. You are dust to be swept away. Your long-awaited visitors have arrived, and they have already judged you unworthy. The proctor does not waste time with pleasantries. It did not come to negotiate. It came to deliver terms. It stands in the center of your command deck. The leaders of your world are arrayed before it. Their faces are a mixture of shock and defiance. The alien's mental voice fills the silence. It is cold, precise, unforgiving. Your star system is a rich source of resources, the proctor communicates. Helium-3 in your gas giants, heavy metals in your asteroid belts. These materials are vital to the continued expansion of the hegemony. There is no hint of apology, no room for debate. It is a simple statement of fact. As if announcing the weather. As of this moment, the voice continues. This system and all its contents are designated as hegemony property. Your civilization is occupying our territory. One of your leaders, a brave woman from the Martian colonies, steps forward. You cannot simply claim our home, she says, her voice trembling but firm. We have lived here for thousands of years. The proctor turns its dark, empty eyes on her. For a moment, you feel a wave of pure psychic force, a pressure that makes your teeth ache. Your tenure here is irrelevant. Your history is a footnote. Your lives are a statistical error. The alien raises a single, slender finger. On the main view screen, a new image appears. It shows a barren moon in the outer system. A thin beam of light lances out from the hegemony warship. It touches the moon's surface. There is no explosion, no sound. The moon simply vanishes. One moment it is there, a sphere of rock and ice. The next, there is only empty space. A demonstration of power so absolute it feels like magic. A bad joke about needing a good magician comes to your mind, but you push it away. That was a mining beam, the proctor explains, its voice calm. Our warships are also our factories. We are very efficient. The message is clear. They can unmake your world as easily as they unmade that moon. The room feels cold. The hope that filled it only moments ago has evaporated. It is replaced by a stark, chilling terror. You will be given one of your local cycles, one rotation of your planet around its star. During this time, you will prepare the tribute. You will begin mining operations under our direction. You will transfer all specified resources to our vessel. The proctor looks at each of you in turn. Your cooperation will ensure your survival. As a productive, subservient species, it pauses, letting the weight of the word subservient settle. Refusal is not an option. It is an act of self-destruction. At the end of the cycle, we will return. If the tribute is not ready, we will harvest the system ourselves. We will erase your cities. We will boil your oceans. We will render your planet down to its core components. The ultimatum hangs in the air. Surrender your freedom, or face extinction. The proctor's helmet slides back into place, hiding its emotionless face. Your species was forgotten by the galaxy for a reason. Do not remind us why. With that, it turns and glides from the room, leaving you with an impossible choice, leaving you with the ticking clock of your own annihilation. Panic is a virus. It spreads through the system faster than any ship. Your leaders broadcast messages of calm, of unity, but the people are afraid. The image of the vanished moon plays on every screen. The hegemony's ultimatum is a death sentence with a deadline. Most argue for surrender. A life of servitude is better than no life at all. What choice do you have? But you cannot accept it. This casual dismissal of your entire existence. The proctor's words echo in your mind. Forgotten for a reason. It sounds less like an insult and more like a clue. You remember old stories, fragments of history from before the Great Silence, a time when humanity's star was not a lonely outpost, but the capital of something much larger. You have a security clearance, a high one, from your time at the listening post. It gives you access to the deepest levels of the government networks. You begin to dig, not for military plans or defense strategies. You search for history, for a truth buried under centuries of quiet isolation. You find whispers, redacted files, data fragments that lead to a digital dead end. Then you find it. A single encrypted file, hidden in a dormant server beneath the city of Armstrong. The file is ancient. Its security protocols are unlike anything in modern use. The file is named simply Archive. A cold feeling creeps up your spine. This is it, the key. You use your clearance to requisition a transport. You tell your superiors you are following a lead on a potential weapon. It is not entirely a lie. You descend deep beneath the earth, down through layers of rock and forgotten history. The elevator opens into a vast cavern. It is cold. The air is still and heavy with the dust of ages. In the center of the cavern stands a structure, a simple black monolith. No doors, no windows, no interface, just a smooth, seamless surface. This is the data vault. You approach it. There is a single, small panel near the base. It glows with a soft, white light as you get closer. It is a genetic scanner, a test. The screen displays a message in an archaic version of your language. Present a pure human genome, the legacy of the founders. A test of biological purity, a concept your diverse, intermingled people had long abandoned. Your society had edited its own genes for generations, adapting to Mars, to the Belt, to the moons of Jupiter. Was anyone left who could pass this test? You place your hand on the scanner. You are a child of Earth. Your lineage is direct, unbroken. You have never been augmented, never been modified. A part of you always felt plain for it, a bit of a throwback. It was a source of light-hearted jokes among your friends. Now, it may be the key to your survival. The light on the panel shifts from white to green. A deep, resonant hum fills the cavern. The air crackles with energy. A section of the monolith retracts, revealing a dark passage. The silence of 10,000 years is broken. You have unsealed the past. You step inside, into the forgotten heart of humanity. The interior of the archive is not a library. It is a theater of ghosts. Holographic images flicker to life around you. You see cities that touch the clouds. You see starships that bridge galaxies in a single breath. You see a human empire, not a colony, an empire. Vast, powerful, triumphant. This is the civilization your ancestors built. The archive's narrator is a calm, female voice, an artificial intelligence from a bygone era. It tells a story of expansion, of discovery. Humanity had spread across 1,000 systems. They were masters of star science. They reshaped worlds. They built wonders. They were not alone. They were part of a galactic community, a community they led. Then the archive shows you the war. The enemy is not named. They are called the Devourers, beings of cold logic and endless hunger. Their ships are geometric nightmares, just like the hegemony vessel hanging over Mars. The war was brutal. It burned across hundreds of worlds. Galaxies were shattered. Stars were extinguished. The images are not graphic, but the scale of the destruction is absolute. Humanity fought back. They were not just builders, they were warriors. The archive shows you their fleets, ships that made the hegemony vessel look like a child's toy. They fought with weapons that bent space and time. They battled the Devourers to a standstill. And then, they won. They broke the enemy's fleets. They shattered their empire. They scoured their homeworlds from existence. But the victory was a hollow one. The galaxy was in ruins. Humanity was weary of war, tired of its galactic burden. So they made a choice: the Great Retreat. They gathered the last remnants of their people. They returned to their cradle, to the Sol system. They erased the star maps. They destroyed the jump gates. They built a shield of silence around their home. They chose to be forgotten, so they could finally know peace. The AI explains that they knew peace was temporary, that the children of the Devourers might one day return. So they prepared a final contingency, a last resort. The archive shows you a star chart. It focuses on the outer edge of your system, near the turbulent blue giant, Neptune. The AI's voice is calm, but the words it speaks are heavy with consequence. Should the silence ever be broken, the voice says, should the old enemy return, we have left you a sword. The star chart resolves into a single point in space, a hidden orbit masked by Neptune's storms. There we left our guardians, the last of the old fleet, waiting in the cold dark, sleeping. The AI shows you an image. You see them, dozens of them, warships of immense size. Their hulls are dark, plated in armor that seems to drink the light. They are scarred from ancient battles. They are silent, motionless, a fleet of iron ghosts haunting the edge of your home, a graveyard of giants. And the archive has just given you the map. You are not the descendants of helpless primitives. You are the keepers of a slumbering thunder, and the hegemony has just woken you up.